for you to understand, and you can probably translate. So I wanted to reiterate. So again, we have our B20 symbols. Our cast symbols are 80% copper, 20% tin. And the series made of B20 are artisan, HH, HHX, AAX, AA, and XSR.
那这个部分就是把铜钯的原料去在刚刚讲的部分再做一个整理，就是 B20的金属的话，它的原料80%是铜，20%是锡。那用 B20作为铜钯原料，就是有第二行这一些系列的铜钯。
B8 symbols are made of 92% copper and 8% tin, and so our B8 metal symbols are B8X.
对，那另一种他们所使用的金属原料就是 B8 这种金属。那其实顾名思义，它就是8%的锡，92%的铜来作为原料。
And SBR is our only series in brass.
那唯一就是用黄铜作为原料，就是 SBR 这个系列。
Do you want to just translate that as a generalization? As our symbols increase in price, they tend to.
那就是基本上来说，在 Sabian 产品里面，铜钯的价钱越高的，它声音出来的会比较快，那音色上也会比较暗一些些。那相反来说，就是如果价钱比较低，通常它的可能声音传出来会比较慢一点点，那声音音响效果上是比较亮一些些。
Do you have any questions so far on the series or the alloy?
那目前为止，对于铜钯的原料、合金的部分，或者是 Sabian 产品的系列方面，有没有任何问题要提出的？
No. Okay. So, the next thing I'd like to talk about is the symbol anatomy, and this is important because no matter which brand of symbols, these characteristics affect the sound.
那接下来要谈的就是铜钯的一个构造的一个解释。那老师觉得说，不管是哪一个厂牌的铜钯，其实这些知识对大家讲都是很实用，而且因为这些元素对于铜钯的声音影响是非常大的。
So we have the bell size.
第一个就是圆顶部分它的大小。
The profile.
那再来这个讲的是铜钯的侧面的弧度跟高度。
The weight.
重量。
And the overall size.
然后就是它的尺寸。
So, recognizing how symbol anatomy can influence sound demystifies that. I don't know if you want to translate that.
那再来就是对于这些知识越了解呢，对于其实铜钯的声音的一些元素，那越能够去知道说它们之间的关系。
So the bell. This is the bell or the cup. Symbols with larger bells produce more overtone than smaller bells.
那通常这个部分圆顶的部分如果比较大一些些，那铜钯会产生比较多的泛音。
Profile. The profile is the silhouette of a symbol. Higher profile symbols have higher pitch. Flatter profile symbols have a darker pitch.
那再来就是在讲侧面的这个弧度，老师刚刚说，如果弧度越高的话，它铜钯的音高是会越高。那相反的，如果越扁平，就是弧度越低，它的声音会比较低一些些。
Weight. Heavier symbols are higher in pitch. Lighter symbols are darker in pitch.
那再来就是铜钯的重量对于声音的影响。那如果铜钯重量越重的话，其实声音音高是会越高的。那相反，越轻的反而声音是越低的。
And then finally, size. Bigger symbols produce a bigger sound. Smaller symbols produce a smaller sound.
那最后就是尺寸，基本上尺寸来讲，影响的就是打出来的音量。当然，你越大的铜钯打出来音量就是越大的。
So that's why it's important to pick the right symbol for what you're using. If you are playing in a metal band, you don't want a small, thin cymbal because it's going to get overplayed.
那就是其实知道这些知识对于选择铜钯来讲是很有帮助的，因为老师提到说，如果你今天打的是一些就是需要音量比较大的铜钯，那基本上就不会选一块比较尺寸小的铜钯，那你可能需要很用力才能打到那个音量，对铜钯也是不好的。
When we talk about pairs of symbols, as we're going to play here, I'm always recommending you use medium weight cymbals because medium weight cymbals are the best compromise between sound and durability.
那老师通常就是如果建议大家没有特别的需求的话，就是选中等重量的铜把，因为这个在音色还有它的耐用度两方面，就是都可以做一个比较中等均衡的选择。
Thinner cymbals are easier to play than thicker cymbals, right? But thicker cymbals are more durable.
那其实虽然说比较轻的铜把比较容易打，但是在耐用度程度上，当然它会比厚的铜把稍微来的可能比较脆弱一些些。
How many conductors are in here?
请问有没有乐团指挥老师
One? Only Peggy? You're the only conductor. Okay. So, if you are, it doesn't matter if you're a professional musician or a school musician, if you play thin cymbals and you're in the back of the hall, they will sound late. They will sound behind the ensemble. So that's why you want to have a medium weight or thicker so that you hear an articulation at the time it's supposed to be, so there's no sound delay.
那老师有提到说，如果你今天用的是非常轻或是偏轻的铜把，那打击的位置通常都在演出的最后一排嘛，那这个声音传出来到观众席，其实它是会慢的，听起来是慢的。那所以至少选择到说中等重量铜把，这样子观众席那边听到的声响会是在拍点上面，才不会有一些延迟的情况。
Any questions so far on what we've talked about?
对，那目前为止对于铜把的剖析或是构造上面有没有任何的问题
No? Peggy?
那个铜把的干净跟脏会影响音色吗？
不好意思，老师是指的干净跟脏是指
它表面。
表面。
哦，你说表面。
对啊，氧化或者是。
Just asking if if you don't clean the partially vocal space, is that going to affect the bird or something?
Yes.
Sound.
Okay, so that's a good question. And again, don't be afraid to ask questions. That's why I'm here.
请大家尽量发问。
I've designed a good amount of the instruments that are here, so I spent a lot of my life working with cymbals. So now's the time to ask. So basically, the reason to clean a cymbal typically is for marching applications, so that they're shiny. You're taking the dirt off the cymbal. Okay, so that's typically when people clean cymbals.
那老师说，其实大部分的情况下，我们真的需要去擦亮铜把，其实是为了那个行进鼓号乐队，他们在外面行进的时候，铜把需要看起来很闪亮，看起来很厉害，为了那个原因而去擦拭铜把，去清理铜把。
For concert, orchestra, concert band, I don't clean cymbals. Me personally, I don't. Because what happens is there will be dirt and grime. Eventually it'll go in there and it will patina. You know what a patina is? It'll change color. And when you play cymbals, you are actually affecting the way cymbals, the shape, they become darker over time. Okay? All this together will change the sound of a cymbal. So when I'm listening to a cymbal, I'm not only listening to how it sounds now, but to how it will sound as it breaks in. You know, it's like a pair of leather shoes, right? Just as leather shoes start off, it's going to be kind of stiff. The more you wear them, they loosen up. The same thing happens with the sound of cymbal. And these types of things, I think it adds to the complexity of it.
OK， 那老师的解释就是说，其实他平常他自己是不会去特别做清理或擦拭的。那因为当这个铜把随着打的就是时间越来越久，那其实有的时候上面会有一些可能轻微的生锈或是颜色改变的状况，就氧化的那个关系嘛。那这个部分其实都会多多少少去影响它的声音。那所以当你清理那个锈蚀或是清理一些灰尘的部分，其实很容易你就会把表面它的那个东西给磨掉了。那甚至严重点，你可能就改变了铜把原本的形状。那这个都会影响到铜把的声音。所以老师说他自己在挑选铜把的时候，他其实不是只有看现在的声音，他会去想象说这副铜把可能你过了好几年使用后，它的声音可能会是什么样子。那铜把你在演奏经过时间的长短不同，其实它的音色也是会慢慢改变。老师刚刚举一个例子，就像说你买一双新鞋，皮鞋，你刚穿的时候可能比较硬一些， 或是穿起来感觉不一样，但是可能过一阵子它会感觉会不一样。其实铜把也是一样的，所以他个人是不会去特别做清理或是去擦拭之类的这方面的。
Keep in mind that aside from the triangles, we coat our instruments with a special coating so that it reduces fingerprints and changes the color. But as you polish, when you polish, you remove that, and you also remove metal. So the more you polish, the more metal it's going to affect the sound. So if you want to polish, it's three things, right? So if you want to polish, we recommend that you use our cymbal cleaner because it's formulated to not be abrasive. So if you use a brass or a copper polish, you're going to really take the cymbal, because that's what you do. When you polish, you're removing metal. That makes sense? Okay.
所以老师建议说，如果当你觉得有必要清理铜把的时候，那有几件事情请一定要注意，就是说使用可能公司所出产的一些专用清洁剂啊，因为如果你使用可能一些金属清洁剂的话，其实它有时候会带走它表面的金属。那像铜把在制造的时候，其实它们上面是有上一层那个镀膜，就是减少指纹或是减少什么灰尘的一些接触。那当你用一般清洁剂清洁它的时候，其实你会把那个把那层膜保护铜把的膜给抹去。那甚至如果说清除的更彻底一些，甚至连表面的金属有一些可能也会被你磨到，说可能会变薄之类，那都会影响声音。所以如果说要清洁的话，那还是建议使用可能原厂所推出的可能搭配的清洁剂这样子。
So that's good. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Any other questions?
那有
请问一下，